Okay, so hello. Great and awful. Awful. Both. This video is gonna be both because it's great and because it's awful. We're gonna have the subject, as you see below, racism. And racism not specifically in America and in some extent also all around the world, because it's something so natural, so present in our environment, that sadly it's all around the world. It's very hard to find a place where this doesn't exist. And yes, so before starting the video, because today we are talking specifically about values, about ethics, about things we shouldn't do, how we can be inclusive, and many of these ideas, I want to show you a book that I never recommend because I focus so much in other books. And as you know, or maybe you don't know because it's the first time you look my videos, I'm a writer. I write books, I study, I invest my money, I do so many things. I work in interesting stuff, and then I share my knowledge on YouTube too. So the book I'm gonna share with you today is one of the small books I wrote. Sometimes I gift it away, but today let's sell it, as I do with my book in investments. It's much easier to sell. This book is called The 10 Gurus. Okay, it's a small book of 30 pages and includes a lot of values. And the 10 gurus are 10 of the main gurus in our religion in India, the Sikhs. And why 10? I like it because it goes very well with an introduction I did talking about the 10 commandments. And then these 10 gurus are like a new point of view to watch our 10 main values, but more expanded, and learning from each one of these ones that are historical figures in Punjabi, India. And yeah, this idea, the 10 commandments are the most godly thing you can find. In the same way, what this book shows is it's a godly thing. We talk a lot about values, as we are going to talk today about racism. So I'm not going to talk a lot about this book. I just wanted to quickly recommend it to you. It's one of the things I offer in my catalog, because I was the one who wrote it, and I'm the only one offering it because I didn't finish it long ago as my book in investments. That I always talk about that one because sadly people don't want to learn about values. They are more interested about making money, right? That's one of their issues. So today we're going to talk about racism, okay? And one of the subjects that we're going to talk related with racism comes from a second book which I didn't wrote, but I recommend a lot, which is Negotiation Genius. This book was written by some Harvard professors, Deepak Malhotra and Max H. Beisserman, and it's an excellent book that not only talks about negotiation, not only talks about transactions, sales, business. It also found a very good way of talking about the racism, especially in interactions between people and negotiations. And in that book, it talks about it too. And one of the things we're going to talk today comes from that book. But then the first thing I wanted to do was to define racism specifically. No, this is not a woke video. This is not trying to increase the fire that, actually there's a huge, I don't know how to say in English, like when there's a lot of fire in a forest, this currently is a mess. People made a religion around this, and it's quite a cult. And I hope that if we define racism, if we specifically talk about where it is, how it appears, why it appears, we can define and we can attack it, destroy it, or accept it, because sometimes we find issues that are so embedded in the culture, are so difficult to solve, that the only thing we can do is move on. There are so many issues around the world that we decide to do nothing about them. And I don't say racism is one of those, but today we are going to analyze it with precision and understand it.